Are you ready for the hardest hitting hour in all of sports radio? I'm Henderson. He's Urena. It's time for the Counterpunch. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing out there? It's time for the fourth episode of our return. This is the Counterpunch. I'm Henderson. He's Urena. How's it going up in Brooklyn, my man?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Feeling fantastic. Pumped up. We got a good show tonight. We got great Florida prospect Sean Mason. We've got one of our sponsors, Camera Management Team. The CEO of Camera Management is going to step in. We're going to reach out and call him tonight. Also, probably one of his fighters is going to come on, Wanzell Ellison. Plus, we got some big fights coming up this weekend, man. We just programmed the final of the WBSS Junior Welterweight Tournament. Prograde goes over to the UK to battle Josh Taylor. Shakur Stevenson takes on his maybe one-day brother-in-law, Joey Gonzalez. As well as Erickson Lubin returns and takes on Chicago's own Nathan Gallimore this weekend. It's a good card, good weekend of fights. Two good ones in Stevenson, Gonzalez, and Prograde and Taylor. One's what a lot of people call a true 50-50 fight. We'll give our picks at the end of the show. What do you think, man?
Hey, man. To me, man, that's the only fight.
It's the only fight. It's a great fight. It's an awesome fight.
This is the one, outside of last week's fight, and I think they were like, if you want to call one, having been 1A and 1B, this is the fight I've been looking forward to the most. Two of my favorite prospects. Well, they're not prospects anymore, but you know what I mean. So two of my favorite up-and-comers. Yeah, some of my favorite up-and-comers. And you rarely see this where two guys are still like at such a young age, number one and number two in the division, actually facing each other.
Well, I consider them number 1 and 2 in the division. Although the unified champion is Ramirez over at Top Rank. When he beat Hooker, he became a unified champ. Most people have him rated at number 1, and I have no problem with that with him holding 2 belts. But I don't think he could beat either one of these guys, in my opinion.
Well, like I said, the number 1 and the number 2 in the division facing one another.
Absolutely. We want to shout out to our sponsors first. That's thegruelingtruth.com. Cameron Management Team. Everlast is a new sponsor to join this week. Also, Anchor.fm. Anchor.fm is the host of every show we've done, Anchor has. So if you ever want to catch up some of our old stuff, you can go to our website. That's thecounterpunchshow.com. And down through there's all kind of links to the Anchor thing. Or you can go to Anchor.fm/The Counterpunch Show. We're live around the world right now, and their calling number is 516-531-9594. Getting ready to reach out to Florida prospect Sean Mason. You about ready to give him a call, man?
Yeah, man.
I'll get that number here.
He's punching in the number. There we go.
It's in there, man. It's ringing up. See if we can get him on the horn. Hello.
Hello?
He should be there. It says hold time 0 seconds. I think we lost him. We'll reach out, try to call him one more time, see if he answers the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know what our number is going. Is this Sean? Calls dropped again. We'll give him a couple of minutes. He might be, coming out of the locker room or something. I'm not sure. I know he's training for a fight coming up November 16th. November the 16th. He doesn't have a set opponent at this time, but if it's anything like his last two opponents, it won't take long. He's fought a total of about 3 minutes tops in 2 fights with 2 first-round knockouts. We will reach out to him one more time. He's managed by his mother, T. Mason, which is doing an outstanding job with him, I swear, because he's fought July, September, and now he's going back in November. And that's the key when you're new and when you're coming in, especially at 19 years old. Get as much under his belt as you can. Do you agree?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't leave the gym. So
that's great. That's awesome. She's doing an awesome job with him.
I
was hoping
like he literally the day after his fight, his last fight, which was only a 2-rounder, but a 1-rounder, but
1-rounder. He ain't went past the first round yet.
Yeah.
He don't know what it's like to hear a first round bell ring.
He literally, how can I put it to you, man? He literally went into the gym the very next day. He was in the gym. So he's a hardworking kid, a late bloomer into the sport, but he loves what he does, and he's looking forward to it, man.
I have somebody
Chris,
here.
did you put the live link up on Facebook?
I know I don't have the live link up on Facebook. Okay, they're all. People tell me they got it now and they are listening. That's great. Thanks, Mike. All right,
so,
I'm going to reach out to him.
Go ahead. Try it one more time.
I'm trying one more time. I don't want to give his number out in public. I was about to say what I was. If anybody's having trouble, punchshow.com, and right down through there's a spot to get to the.
Hello?
Is this Sean Mason? Is this Sean?
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, this is Chris Bone Henderson, co-host of the Counterpunch Boxing Show with Wanzell Urena. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Finding you?
I'm doing fantastic. We talked to your mom quite a bit. This is the first time we've actually communicated with you, other than a couple of comments here and there on Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
That's
you
the
fresh out of the gym today,
mama
right
manager.
Huh?
That's the mama manager. So,
yeah.
So how you feeling, brother? How you feeling? How's training going?
Good. Everything's good, man. Just training, man. Dedicated.
Quick background on showing folks. He's 2-0, 2 KOs. One was to the body. Another one was to the head. Hurt his opponent. He KO'd him after he was trash talking, did all that. Showboating stuff in the weigh-in to go home in the first round. So
first round for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got about a total of 2
minutes.
minutes and 50 seconds under your belt.
My understanding is you kind of like how you get into boxing.
Well, I always told my mom, like, because growing up and like when you growing up in like in a certain environment, you have to know how to defend yourself and stuff. So I just asked my mom to put me in the boxing. And let's just see what I could do. She put me in one day, and ever since then I just fell in love with the sport. Like
you don't leave the gym.
Nah, I don't. I literally stay in the gym. They got to kick me out the gym. I train so much.
Yeah.
That's right, man. You've got the desire and the drive. That's that, and the heart. That's one thing that can't be taught. I trained with multiple fighters, national champions. You name it, I've had them. And I've always said that I can teach them anything, but I can't give them heart. I can't give them the desire, the want to, because you can always learn something in the ring. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I've learned from fighters I didn't really think were that good. So you never know what you're going to learn that day, and you don't want to miss the day because any day can be the day that boom, your lights open up. But
you learn something new every day in boxing, man. Literally every day. There's not a time to go to the boxing gym and don't learn nothing new.
And you got a little bit, and you got a little bit of the politics of it because your debut got delayed.
Yeah,
so,
my first fight it got pushed back because the guy who I was supposed to fight he pulled out. He didn't want to fight me anymore. So I just went and found somebody else. He took the fight. We made it happen and put on the show.
Hey, leads me to this question, Sean. Do you have an opponent for 16th yet?
I'm not gonna say I have an opponent because people sign contracts and pull out. So
Absolutely.
I will officially know when I have an opponent when he shows up at the weigh-in and looks me face to face.
Hey, I do want to.
Sean, you're gonna be flirting in the lightweight division, correct?
Yeah.
So you've been coming in a little bit over 135. Am I right about that? Just a little bit
I'm
over.
gonna be on 35.
Okay. Yeah.
My last fight I fought at 34.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. It was a little bit over or a little bit under. So I wasn't sure if you were going to do 130 or you were going to do 135.
Oh no, I rather 130. I don't want to do 130. Because I still love my food. I'm still a human being who love to eat. So I'll just do 135 for now.
Sean, so for our listeners, how old are you?
I'm 19.
See, still a youngin. That's
yeah,
what I mean.
Still young.
You know what I mean? He's got the world ahead of himself. And so far you only fought in Florida, correct?
Yeah.
And you even went down to Vegas to the Mayweather gym and spent some time over there.
Yeah, just to go train and stuff, just to go see what's up.
How was that experience?
Honestly, I like it more where I'm at right now in my gym because I always thought Floyd gym would be like everybody make it seem like it's like the best place to be at, but I'm more comfortable and I feel more like it's a gym down here in Florida. Up there, it just seems like it's like a lot of make believe. So
yeah,
I totally agree with that, Sean. I've been to that gym numerous times, and I 100% agree with that. And that's a lot of reason why Floyd did most of his training in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
Yeah. So our listeners get a little sense of your work ethic. I mean, like, at what time does Sean Mason start training?
I wake up and start my training process like at 8:30. I wake up and then I go train. I be at the gym by 9 o'clock, and then I come back home, get a little rest, and then I go back training again like at 4 o'clock. And then after that, then I go running. So I'm basically training through the whole day, every day, Monday through Saturday.
And you take Sundays off?
Sometimes. It just all depends. Like, I either go running. Sundays is usually the days where I relax mostly, but I'll probably go for like a light run.
Now, you got quite a fan base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always make sure I catch whatever I can get of your fights.
Mhm.
What does Sean Mason bring to the ring?
Everything, man. I bring everything. I honestly really feel like I'm blessed with skills that a lot of fighters don't have. I could really do it all. I could go on the inside, outside. I could move around, make you miss. I could counter you. Like I really just do it all. I could do the long rounds, short rounds.
Now
I bring a lot to the table. Yeah.
You're 19 years old, right? And you score your first ever knockout ever was with a body shot. Man, how important is that to you? That I like the fact that you go to the body because a lot of young fighters don't do that enough.
Yeah.
So my guess is that's something that you work on and something that you always want to implement in your fight. So you're gonna be a body puncher, aren't you?
Yeah, that's something that I work on daily for the simple fact boxing used to be a 15-round fight, so the way a lot of the champions used to make it to the 15 round and beat the other fighters was they would work the body. So I always would watch the old fights and see what they did to have to last so long, and they always used to work the body. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna work the body whether I'm fighting a 4-rounder, 6-rounder, 8-rounder, because when that last round, when you need that last bit of gas, you'll have it and they won't because you took all the gas out the tires, all the air out the tires.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Sean, before we let you go, I want to say how great a job your mom's doing. As a new fighter, one of the main things is finding a fight of fights. In 3 fights, she's worked with 3 different promoters, 2 different matchmakers. I happen to know both of them. But she did what it took to keep you in the ring, and you fought. This will be your 3rd fight since July. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's awesome, man. That is the key to early success in a career. You have to stay active, and she's doing a great job of that. You'd never know that this is new to her too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to her, on the phone, and we were talking about him before he even turned pro, and things like that. So she's probably his biggest supporter and his biggest critic at the same time. She gets on him. So this is not like one of those where I'm a baby him. No. So she gets on us. You know that, Sean. So
you're right about that.
So, I mean, the job that she's doing with you, especially on social media, and there's no money in the world that can ever pay for that, man.
Yeah, I know, man. Her promotion is crazy. Like, I be going places, and random people literally coming to me and be like, "What's up, champ?" And personally, I don't be knowing who they are, but just me being as a person, I automatically say hi, and I shake their hand, probably take a picture with them, and I just deal with that on the daily because of her promotion. She promotes so much, so it's like a lot of people recognize my face when they see me in public.
So has that changed you at all, or you just like, whatever, I'm going to get back to work and do my thing?
Only thing that it changes, it makes me more like, it makes me feel better as a person that like people know who I am, and when they see me, they want to take pictures. So it makes me feel good in the inside because there's a lot of people who get a big name and then stop forgetting where they came from. They'll stop taking pictures with people. They'll stop doing certain things that they used to do when they was coming up.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right. Sean, November 16th, can you tell the folks where you're going to be fighting, how they can get tickets, or any information you want to give out?
November 16th at the UCF Arena on Undisputed Promotions, Sean Untouchable Mason will be fighting there. And if you need tickets, you could DM me at Sean_Mason_. That's SEAN_MASON_. And you could DM my manager. I have her information inside of my bio. I have the tickets right now, so if y'all looking to come, you better get them because they about to be gone. So let's make it happen.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean the Untouchable Mason. Brother, thank you for giving us a shout, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome anytime, by the way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Come host the show with us if you want to. I mean, you're family,
no problem.
So
thank you.
It's all love. All right, my brother?
All right,
I appreciate it. Y'all take it easy.
You too, brother.
Right.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, we got a second for a sponsor. That's Anchor.fm. If you've ever thought about podcasting, Anchor.fm is the place for you, as it's free to give it a shot. And you also have the opportunity to make a little money while you're doing it. Anchor.fm is the largest free podcast host in the world. So if you've ever gave it a thought, give it a shot. Next up on our sponsor list is Cameron Management Team, and just so happens I'm getting ready to reach out and call the CEO of Cameron Management, Mr. Michael Cameron. Are you about ready for him there, Willie?
Yeah, go ahead. So, folks, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get all these things out the way so we can talk to you about Saturday night fight. I don't know if we have any questions. Any questions to do, so we're trying to just knock all this stuff down quickly for you. But if we do have any questions, just to let you guys know, I hear the questions as you hear them. So,
yeah,
I do.
I literally got them in my hand about 3 minutes before we went live here, and
I absolutely do.
And we'll be here. I'm punching it in right now, so give me about 15 seconds, and he'll be on here.
If we get Wanzell Ellison, it'll be okay with me because I know where to go with this. So
he is actually.
I know who he is.
Yeah. All right, let's talk to Mr. Cameron. See how he's doing.
Hello.
He's out of Jersey.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? You on the couch?
Hey, Bone, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing fantastic.
Good. How's it going, Willie?
I'm all right, brother. How you feeling?
Hey, Bone, how you doing? Glad to hear you guys.
I hear you playing the show in the background too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually going to turn it down right now. Just listening to the show, showing my support. I can't get it. I can't get it off.
And did you go to the website to get it, or just go to the phone?
Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this off.
Yeah.
All right, hold on 1 second.
All right.
Guys don't want to come off my phone. All right. There we go. Okay, sorry about that.
Hey, guys, those who don't know him, for the listeners don't know him, like I said, we're at about 9,250 live listeners right now. For those that don't know who he is, Mike is CEO of Cameron Management Team. Probably one of the fastest growing sports management companies out there right now, and perfect for the athlete, as he always puts the athlete first. One of his most recent signees, Wanzell Ellison, he's coming up next weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, November 2nd in Maryland, MGM Grand.
Yeah, it'll be his first fight in 5 years, correct?
5 years, that's right. But he's ready to go. I mean, he's been in the gym. He's been sparring with Tevin Farmer, Javante Davis, Gary Russell Jr. So the kid's been. He hasn't been out. He hasn't been out for any bad reasons, just managerial problems, and he's just ready to go. As you see, he's not taking an easy fight in his first fight back.
It's all right. It's all right, man. Because he's out in Jersey, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he's out in Newark.
Hey, guys, I've actually got him on the line right here if y'all want to let him in.
Hey, we can let him right into the conversation.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Wanzell Ellison.
You're live on the phone.
What's going on, Wanzell?
Hey, Wanzell.
Man, you know, same old different day, man. Training, just getting prepared for this November 2nd date.
Hey, Chris, let me shock him. Brick City, stand up.
Man, you already know.
Hey, bro. My parents actually live in Elizabeth, so I know the area well. So
yeah, definitely. That's like a good 10, yeah, you know, that's like a good 10 minutes away. That's like right around the block.
Yeah, man. So, Wanzell, this is your first fight in quite a while, man. How excited are you?
Man, I'm very excited, man. I feel like this day was never going to come, to be honest, man. I just been training, and, you know, somehow I got connected to CMT Promotions, and, you know, the rest will be history.
And that's it. We're ready to go now. We're ready to take over.
Yeah, one thing I can say for Mike is me and Mike have been friends for quite a few years now, and he's always put the fighter first, and he's always did what it took. I've seen him short himself to put the fighter first, and you can't ask for much more than that out of a manager, especially in this sport. Anybody that's been inside the sport can tell you real quick it's not the friendliest place to be, and but I can vouch for Mike. He's always been there and done what he said he would do for the fighter, and you really can't ask for no more than that.
Yeah,
we're proud to have him as a sponsor of the show. And Wanzell, if you look at
yes,
it's been 5 years. I mean, your last fight was a loss to Tony Lewis. Lewis went on to fight 2 fights later for the WBA title. A lot of people don't know that, but he fought Barry Matthews, I believe. The loss and the draw is pretty conceding. The Carlos Venom, man, had come off in 9 fights, had come off 6 world champions, future world champions. So he was a lot tougher than what his 10-9 record showed at that time. I mean, it even beat current super featherweight champion Andrew Conseil, you know, that beat Machado last year. So I like your record, and I like, you know, the fact that you're coming back in and you're not taking an easy fight right off the bat, and you're on a good card. And I remember when Mike announced your signing, and just boom, next day you announced the fight almost. That had to be like a big weight off your shoulders after 5 years on the sidelines.
Definitely. You know, like you guys said earlier, you know, I've been inactive due to, you know, managerial and promotional reasons. Other than that, you know, I've always been in the gym. But yeah, you know, I was very excited that, you know, that Cameron was able to get me like a fight so quickly. You know, because I actually came in contact with other matchmakers and managers and things of that nature, and I was told, you know, being that I haven't fought in so long, it would be an issue to get me to fight, et cetera, and literally within no time, not even over-exaggerating, within 5 minutes. Like, within 5 minutes, these guys were able to get me a fight. So, that speaks wonders.
Yeah, we had the push for the fight. We were actually looking to go. This will show you where Wanzell's at. He was actually looking to fight Rolly in his first fight back, but because of the layoff, Vegas wouldn't approve it. But that's just to show you where his mindset's at. He ain't scared to fight nobody, and he's been in the gym, so he's not one of these guys that are sitting there saying, "I need 5 tune-ups." His tune-ups have been in the gym for the last 5 years with world champions.
Amen. That's one thing I'll say about you, Mike, is you ain't afraid to put your fighter in there.
November 2nd is going to be a tune-up, man. I'm not sleeping on my opponent. I'm never overlooking anybody, but, man, I've been boxing since the age of 11. I got 19 years in the game, so at this point in life, if I'm not ready, I never will be. Like I heard Gary Russell say, who's another fighter, the 126 world champion. I heard him say, in reference to Gervonta Davis, how can you consider yourself to be a champion if you're stating that you need more time to get ready and to get prepared for these other fighters, in reference to Lomachenko at that time?
I totally agree.
I really believe that. So I feel as though if you feel as though you're a champion, you should be ready for anybody that comes your direction, anybody in your weight class. You should be, willing to take them on and be able to rise to the top. You can't call yourself or consider yourself to be great if you're not, taking these fights. So, I just feel as though I'm the best 130-pounder in the world.
So, in other words, you want all the smoke.
I want all the smoke with everybody. Everybody, man. 130 pounds, that's my weight class. We can't be friends.
Oh, man.
I love it. I love it.
I like that.
I love that.
I like that.
I love that. I'm going to put that on your fighter page, actually.
Yeah, man. So you've been in the gym this whole time. Obviously, it must be good to finally get back to your dream. And I give you credit for not, giving up on your dream. Because after 5 years of inactivity and being BS'd around through management or whatever may be the reasons, you could get discouraged. What kept you going?
Well, Urena, you know what it is? These guys that don't have the right management. They could have all the talent in the world, and it might not do nothing if you don't have the right person leading you.
Yeah, right. But my point is, at any moment he could have just said, you know what, screw this.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't. So
what kept me going was the fact that I'm very assured of myself. Like I said, I've been boxing since 2001. That's when I first started, and I don't know. I just consider myself to be different. I don't feel like I'm your average fighter. I have many tools in my arsenal, whether it's banging, which I love to mix it up in there in the middle.
Right.
Boxing, getting on my toes, whatever. I have plenty tools that I'm gonna bring in the ring with me, so I can adjust to any fighter. I had over 90 amateur fights, so I done seen a lot, been in there with a lot of different fighters. So I'm just very assured of myself, and I just feel as though the world needs to know who I am. So I just off the fact of me just knowing what I'm worth, like I just stayed in the gym. So I just stay active.
Right.
That's awesome.
So man, and you know what? What got you into boxing?
What got me into boxing was I actually went to the store, and I was living in Jersey City at the time, and there was a couple of kids that were attempting to jump me at the time. So I stayed in the store for about an hour. Then my father and my mom came around looking for me. So my father at the time, him being who he was, he was just very outspoken and kind of arrogant. So he actually made me fight like 3 of the guys, and I ran through all 3 of them at the time. And then he brought me to a boxing gym that following Monday. And then after that, the rest was history. I fell in love with the sport of boxing because I love the attention that I got from it. You know, I never participated in any other sports like basketball or football or anything like that. So just the fact that I was actually getting attention, and then, you know, with boxing, it's not like it's a team sport. You know, after you win, you get all of the love. You don't have to share it. And, you know, I just fell in love with that. You know, the boxing gym that I was at the time is a boxing gym out of Newark, New Jersey called Two Drops Boxing Club. And when I was young, this gym possessed a lot of national champions. So at that time, you know, I had no choice
good.
but
it's a very well-known gym in the area.
Definitely.
Very
so I had no choice but to either step my game up or get ran over. And being amongst other champions, you know, that's what I grew up to be.
Guys, I hate to cut in, but I got about 9 callers on the line here. I'm going to hit this one right here and see who it is. You're live on the Counterpunch with Bone Willy. How's it going? Hello.
There goes that phone again.
There goes their hanging up.
So
if you're just listening, you know, it's easier if you just jump over to the website or if you go follow the Blog Talk link. But we do get a lot of people like to listen on the phone, and that's fine. We can do that all you want. But before we wrap it up here with y'all, what's the plans with CMT, Mike? Where you heading?
Well, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, Wanzell, we got going on the 2nd. Vaughn Alexander's coming off a big win over Money Powell. I'm in negotiations for a fight over in Germany. I'm just waiting for a call back on that for a title, a 12-rounder. Rashard Hicks, probably be back around in January. I got a new kid, Julian Poole. You look at his record, and it doesn't look like he's anything, but he's fighting at heavyweight, and the guy's probably a middleweight. So he's looking to fight, but we're not going to fight till he gets down to at least 175. So probably in January, February. Right. Yeah. So I brought in my partner, Derek Workman. I know you spoke to him. He's done a real great thing with our website.
He actually wanted to pay me.
Yeah, he did a great thing with the website, cmtboxing.com. We're going to have you guys linked on there, so if anyone wants to listen to the show, they can listen right through our website. We got a Ring Girl of the Month we're going to do, getting work for, you know how I work. I try to get work for the people who are not getting it. So I'll have a nice hot girl on the every month, and with their information and how you could book them and stuff like that. So we're just thinking about different ideas every day. It's going to turn out to be great. We have a lot of signings that are very close to coming up, big signings, and you guys will definitely be the first that we call on those. Before we go, I just want to I was talking to one of my buddies, and he wants me to just give a little shout out for something. So November 1st on Showbox, Mayweather Promotions got a show on Showbox with a lot of good up and coming fighters: Xavier Martinez, Richardson Hitchens, Newman, and Rolando Romero are going to be on the show. You can get your tickets at MayweatherPromotions.com/events, and it's being held in Las Vegas at the Sam's Town Hotel and Casino. That's from one of my favorite matchmakers out there, Kenny Craig from Mayweather's promotion.
Yeah, Kenny's great. He's a great guy, man. I like him.
Yeah, he is.
That's not my friend, is it, Chris?
No, that's not him.
Okay. So any of those guys that don't want to call in, you tell Kenny that they're more than welcome to call in. And
all right, we got a caller right here. I'm gonna let him hit in.
Go ahead.
You're live.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going? Who's talking to you?
How y'all doing? This is Derek Workman.
There he is as we speak.
What's going on?
The M of the CMT.
Yeah. Man, I was just calling in trying to listen to you guys. I wasn't trying to get online, but I heard it say unmuted. I'm like, all right.
You can call in and listen, or you can go to our website. There's all kind of places to find us. Live, there's only a few, but there's a couple of Fox Sports affiliates, too. It depends on what area you're in. If you're in Indianapolis or if you're in Augusta, Georgia. But, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Michael Cameron and Wanzell have been doing a good job. I just wanted to listen in.
Okay. Yeah, they're doing a great job. I'm actually looking very forward to his fight next week. I want to see how he does, and
I really think he's going to look good.
The guys that he's been in there with tells me a lot. I know I've personally watched each one of them guys spar quite a bit, and they'll make you get your work in. You're going to get your work in with those guys, so I know he stayed sharp. And
well, hell, the very first guy he fought was making his pro debut too, and he never fought again. So
Speedy Rawls might not fight again either after November 2nd.
I'll tell you that. Definitely. I like to, go in there looking for this knockout, but
those inside the sport will understand what I'm saying, but I've noticed that CMT is quick to bring an opponent in and upset the other guy.
That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? CMT is a new company. CMT knows their talent. I'm willing to work with anybody, especially if I can see that they have talent. And I'm not going to put my guys in a fight they're overmatched. So you have to do your research and say, all right, listen, we're not the A side, we're not Golden Boy, we're not top rank. So I have to sit there and make the decision and say, hey, listen, this guy could beat this guy. Just like I knew Vaughn could beat Money Powell. Was it 100%? No, not 100%, but I was 75% sure Vaughn would beat Money Powell. We took the shot, and he beat Money Powell.
I talked to him. We talked about that. It's a stylistic nightmare for Powell, I believe.
What was that?
I was shocked they gave Money Powell that fight so soon.
So, me too. I had to negotiate that pretty hard.
I talked to Mike about that when he decided. He goes, I said, man, he's a stylistic nightmare for Money Powell.
That's pretty much.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you one thing though. Money Powell, despite the loss, he's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, he's still young though, so he's
young. He's going to get better off this fight because I'm sure he's going to go in the gym and try to work on the pressure. Because if you can't take pressure, you're not beating Vaughn. I mean, even Anthony Sims had a tough time with Vaughn.
Well, listen. Everybody has faced. We all been following the sport and know that a loss ain't gonna kill you in the sport.
No, absolutely not. A loss can make you better, or a loss could, take you off. But Money's a young 21-year-old kid. I'm sure he'll get better from the experience. As Anthony Sims got better, because Anthony Sims, after we fought him, it was a pretty good fight. I mean, one judge had Vaughn down two rounds. That's it. And this guy going in knocked out everybody he fought. So we went 10 rounds with him, and the first thing he came was come in the back to talk to Vaughn and tell him, man, what the hell do you have in your head? I couldn't even move you. So he learned from that, and you saw in his last fight last week where he destroyed, what's his name? The guy from West Virginia.
Damn good.
Yeah, you saw the difference. If you go and watch the Vaughn fight, he was not fighting that way.
I actually reached out to him just a few days ago to have him on there.
But Anthony Sims is another good kid he could be a future world champion. I'd love to get a rematch with him sometime.
Okay, before we let y'all go, what's that website again, Derek?
The CMTboxing.com. And all the info is on there, our fighters, upcoming events, everything we got going on is on that site. So, Cam already explained everything, man. Yeah.
And if any fighters out there listening, you're looking for good representation, honest, do the best in your interest, you could email me at michaelcameron@cmtboxing.com, and we can see what we can do. That's michaelcameron@cmtboxing.com.
I'm going to give
the elite.
I'm going to put an email on our site too for y'all, so it goes through the.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you can go ahead in on our newsletter, subscribe to our newsletter, and that way that information is shoot to me or Cam. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know how many fighters listening. We got about 16,000 live listeners right now, and like I said, this is one of our sponsors, guys. It's Cameron Management Team, and I truly believe they're one of the best up and coming sports management companies out there, period, much less in boxing. As long as
just all you guys out there listening, Chris does a great job. Willie does a great job. This show's going to take off. Tell your friends. Let's build this up big. They don't only just talk to the top big guys, and they give you everybody. They give everybody a platform. So support your local fighters, support your big fighters, support them all. Check out their website. Check out their boxingtalk.com. What is it? The Counter Punch. Every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Yeah, you say it better than me.
And we will have a link. We will have a link for Boxing Talk on CMT's website, so you can access it through the website too.
Yeah, our link will, if they hit your picture or your thing right there on the sponsors page, will go straight to y'all's site after starting tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Man, we appreciate y'all coming on. And Wanzell, anything you want to say before we go?
I think we lost Wanzell.
It shows you.
No. Pardon me. I can't hear you.
You good,
he's training.
I told anything you want to say before we let you go?
Man, once again, I'm very excited, man. It's definitely a dream come true. I really had no clue as to when I would be fighting again. I was just training, but like I said, I definitely, obviously believe in myself. I got 19 years of experience, and come November 2nd, I will display that to hopefully the world if I still happen to be televised. Like I said, I got plenty of tools and tricks up my sleeves, and I'm ready. I'm not sleeping on my opponent, but I consider myself to be the best 130-pounder in the world. On November 2nd, I'm gonna prove it. Like I said, I'm not overlooking them. I'm not sleeping on them or anything. But it is what it is. You feel me? The best man is gonna win, and I'm gonna come out the victor. And it may not go the whole 8 rounds. I'm not looking for the knockout, but if it comes, it comes. The last time I fought Tony Lewis, who was a bigger opponent. He didn't hurt me in the fight. It was my first time going 8 rounds, and then after Tony Lewis fought me, he fought Carl Dargan, who was a very known amateur. I believe he was an Olympic alternate, and he actually ran through Carl Dargan. Dropped him a couple of times. Etc. So that says a lot about me. He never hurt me.
Man, he went on to fight for the world title 2 fights later.
Yeah, exactly. So that says a lot about me. I walk around at 140 pounds. So fighting at 135, that wasn't wise. It was just due to bad promotion at the time. I took the fight, but man, I'm just excited. I'm ready to go. Take the leash off you.
All right, well,
I'm a dog.
Well, you know what?
Take the leash off.
You know what? It's been a pleasure having you on, man. You seem very confident in yourself, which is one of the most important things in sports. Period. So I'm glad we wish you the best. Best of luck. Man, and like I said, Brick City, stand up.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We will be back on after this win.
Yes.
Okay, sounds great. We'll see y'all. We'll definitely.
All right, guys. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Have a good one,
appreciate it, fellas.
All right. Good night. Bye.
Hey, let's get it.
Let's get it. We got some questions from y'all listeners out there, man. If you want to jump in and call us right now, I know we missed a few calls, or I was trying to flip over. It's got like 17 calls have been dropped. That's 516-531-9594. There's almost 17,000 people listening. Somebody pick up the phone and give us a call.
Yeah. We'll put you on the air right away.
What do we got for questions before we get into our big breakdowns, our picks for the week?
Rapid fire.
Pedro Marrero Ruiz.
Okay.
Says, hey, guys, what is a world championship belt worth? Pedro, it depends. Depends on who the champion was. There's all kinds of things go into that. Unless you're asking. He asked what a world championship worth. Yeah, it varies.
Nothing. They got like 30,000 of them.
You got great point. Great point. There's so many damn champions now. It's probably devalued.
It's all about matchups now, man. And who holds? I'm lying. And all about matchups and who holds that belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. That's all it is. It's all about matchups and who your promoter is. That's why I'm impressed with camera management is the fact that he's getting these guys these fights on these cards, whether it be PBC, whether he's working with everybody, PBC, DAZN, ESPN. He's worked with everybody so far, and I've known him quite a while, and he's always been straightforward with me.
You pretty much have to, when you're starting out. So
yeah, and glad to have him as one of our main sponsors. And
right, but like, I mean, it's great to be a world champion. Don't get me wrong. It's every fighter's goal, but they have so many belts. By like, come on, fans. Fans, do you guys know? Can you keep up? I mean, think about it. Just yesterday, we had franchise WBC Lomachenko, like the franchise WBC champion. And I'm like, well, hell, what the hell's going on here?
Great.
And the WBC
great
went crazy yesterday. You know,
point,
the WBC
Willie.
went crazy yesterday, man. They reminded me of that. Anybody ever seen that meme on Facebook or whatever social media, the Oprah meme? You get this, you get that. You get a mandatory.
Yeah.
This one gets a mandatory. Everybody gets a mandatory. Like, I mean, at this point, man, it's all about matchups and who that champion's facing or who hasn't faced. You could poke holes in everybody's resume, folks. So a lot of times, man, like this fight coming up Saturday night or Saturday afternoon for us here, enjoy it. It doesn't happen often.
Amen. Been shouting out sponsors. I need to tell you, this show is produced, owned, and operated by Henderson Media Entertainment in association with Eastwick Sports. And Eastwick Sports is listed as one of our main. They are our news branch of this show. Really, that is. If you want to need any kind of breaking stories, if you want to get up to the minute info, you can go to our website at counterbluntShow.com, and on the sponsors and associates page, the very first one you'll get to, if you're on a cell phone or whatever, is going to be Eastwood Sports. Hit the picture, takes you right to their page. On Facebook, gives you all the latest. Or you can also be on Facebook at facebook.com/Eastwick Sports. Their YouTube channel's on our homepage. Boom's playing all previous shows, and a lot of them's me and Wilson, actually. So, as he is the owner of Eastwick Sports.
Yeah, we're gonna get something going on YouTube for make sure we want to reach everybody. So we're gonna work on getting this show on there. After it won't be live, but it'll be taped, so you could go back over there if you want to listen to it, or people on YouTube want to catch it. So we're gonna be working on certain things. Everything's coming along well. Website's coming soon with the news and all of that stuff, but not yet. I'm enjoying
it'll all
this,
link together. You won't be able to miss it. If you want to go to news.
So it's all coming together. So
we got another question, which leads me into, which kind of spins off of what you just talking about, WBC. Joey Santana, another, I hate this, but he's a Mets fan. He's out of New York. Wants to know, where's his question at right here? The exact verbatim what he asked was, does the fighter have a right to turn down that franchise tag? Can he refuse it? You know what, Joy?
That's a good question.
That's a great question, and you got me going to reach out to the WBC tomorrow and find out. If I'd have got this, if I'd have noticed the question earlier, I'd have tried it today. But
my thing is, I'm guessing that I don't see why they can't.
Of course, they could refuse it, but I think they would probably be stripped of their title, don't you?
I mean, what, they're going to be stripped of the franchise title number one to begin with?
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the two franchise champions, it's Canelo and Lomachenko. You really think anybody's stripping them?
Yeah,
you know
I mean, what's the criteria to become a franchise champion?
Hell, we don't know. This is all kind of new. I am going to reach out to the WBC.
It's sort of like the super champion with the WBA type thing, but it's not like it because you could actually win it, but because somebody beats you, you don't become the champion. You become the mandatory to the regular belt champion. I'm sorry, I just broke it down for y'all, but seriously, that's what really the rule is.
We still don't understand it. This is the deal. There is no mandatory for that franchise champion as far as we know. He's allowed to go out and make all the fights he wants with who he wants. I think what pissed a lot of people off about this deal right here is a lot of people want to see the Haney-Lomachenko fight. You know what I mean? But Lomachenko did say, to his credit, did say yesterday that is one of the three fights he wants to guarantee. Yeah, he wants to have
after next year. After obviously the winner of Cormier.
See, and this is where my question comes in, and it's one of our questions. I want to shout out to Robert Ludlam. I'm not sure yet, Robert, but I know you're a supporter of ours and you're a sponsor. We love it. We thank you for it. Robert Ludlam wants to know if he had a voice question. We can't overplay the voice questions onto the live show. I will try to add it into the anchor version. Wants to know, will that fight still be for the undisputed title? I don't know. Do you? When they take on the Comey Lopez winner?
Technically, it's going to be looked at that way.
Because the winner of that fight would really be an undisputed champion. But have they just messed up history right here?
ESPN pushes a heavyweight with a fake belt. Well, I'm sorry, with an imaginary belt as the champion. So what makes you think they won't push this? That's undisputed. You know what I mean? I don't get why. I don't get why they wouldn't. But that's why this move is so baffling to me, because it didn't have to be done.
Yeah. Next question is, we're down for the last 9 minutes.
Mando. Right? So
do what now?
Unification trumps mandatory.
Absolutely, but now that Lomachenko's the franchise champion and Haney's the actual champion, how the hell I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused on that, and there's some questions I want to get out to the WBC, and I will first thing in the morning shoot them an email, give them a call.
They didn't have to make this move. Frustrating.
This was dumb.
Frustrating.
They didn't have to make the Canelo move. You know,
I don't
the
get
addition of titles are a way to add friction and fees, and the WBC don't capture.
The reason they did the Canelo move because it gives you sanction, it gives you fees, right? And 3%. Canelo is going for the biggest fights, so they want to make sure they get a piece of that pie. And
guaranteed $1 million.
Right now, they're not looking at Charlo like one of the bigger fights. So this kind of like appease him, and this lets Canelo do whatever the hell he wants to do. So
you got to think about this, guys. Any Canelo fight is worth $1 million minimum to the WBC. They get a 3% fee. He gets $35 million. That's 3.5 times 350,000 times 3. That's 1.5 million. Plus the other guy. You know what I mean? So it's worth a minimum of $1 million. And you're going to figure Lomachenko's probably worth a minimum of about, what, 300 to 400,000, whereas a lot of the sanction fees only are 15 to 30. You know what I mean? So it's all about the money at the end of the day. Let's go on to our next question here, and a long-time follower of ours, Jesus. Out of Orlando, they call him Mr. Catfish Auso. And,
oh, boy.
Yeah, he's got a question here for us, and he wants to know, hey, guys, so you think they should implement former fighters as officials rather than the guys who've never stepped in a squared circle?
Officials as what? As what?
Okay, exactly. What type of official? Are you talking about a judge? Are you talking about a referee? I'm all for fighters being referees, all right, because they know a lot of the tricks that others don't. Judges, first off, there's more problems to it than just who's doing it. Stand at a ringside on the apron and see how much action you actually miss.
There's a problem with that, though, that I have, is that boxing is a small community. And are these guys going to be biased? Are they going to have a bias in the way they're told? Like, let's say I know this fighter, but I don't really know this one. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Like,
you see it in how they say fights win. For instance, I love Danny Jacobs to death, but he thought Berto won that fight. You remember that?
Yeah.
You see it in how they say, how they think. It was Evander Holyfield. I'm trying to think of which fight it was. Wasn't too long ago. He blatantly thought, damn it, what fight was it? Oh, it was the first Canelo Golovkin fight. He said he had Canelo winning 9 rounds to 3. You know, that happens. And like you said, it's a small community. Who are they closer to? And such, so on and so forth. So it's not as easy as you're making it out to be there, Jesus. There's a lot of
it'll probably
into
be
this.
Better. Like the could.
Yeah, and
it
but
could
the
be
first
better.
thing they need to do for judges, in my opinion, is get them away from the damn apron. You miss so much action down there. I can remember being in the corner fighters and going, you know, you're having to move around to see what's going on. If you've ever been to a fight, guys, like big fight especially, it's so crowded there that judges are elbow to elbow at the apron. You know what I mean? How do they miss a lot?
I think they should have a. I think they should be watching the fight personally through a monitor.
Through a monitor in separate rooms. I think that's how it should be myself. I truly do. If not, move them at least 15 to 20 foot away from the ring so they can see it better and elevate them. You know?
Because I've been to plenty of fights where you think you see a shot land, and then you get back home, you watch it on TV, and you're like, what the hell was I thinking?
We got one more question here before we go into our picks. As we're down to a little over 6 minutes to go because we started a tad late, so we're running a tad late. All right, this question is, do you see the loser of Prograis and Taylor potentially going on to win a world title? Absolutely, 100% I do.
I don't even have to think about that, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see either one of them guys losing this fight and then going on to win a world title.
It'll be a career-defining win for whoever wins, but it's not a legacy make or break for either fighter.
Amen. Totally 100% agree with you, without a doubt. Let's get on our lead sponsor here is the Grueling Truth Radio Network. The Grueling Truth is one of the premier radio and podcasting platforms in the world and can be found at thegruelingtruth.com, iTunes, and Google Play. You can download their app. They're also available on radio stations on Spreaker.com with over 3,000 shows. If it's sports, they got it. It's also where you can catch interviews with some of the biggest legends in all of sports. TheGruelingTruth.com, where the legends speak. All right, here we go, man. It's Prograis and Taylor, Stevenson and Gonzalez, Gallimore and Lubin. I got Lubin. I don't even think it's really that close a fight in the first one. What about you?
Okay. I got Lubin.
All right. Let's move on to Stevenson and Gonzalez, the grudge match. All the fights for a sister's honor. Who you like?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like Shakur in this fight.
I like Shakur as well. I mean, even though Gonzalez is, 23-0 with about 14 or 15 knockouts, he's going against a kid that is just a lot more polished than him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We got a couple of callers here, and I can't really answer it down to the time we are. If you could, make sure you jump on and give us a call, man. Don't be scared to talk. Right now, we're running at about 14,000 people. So, I mean, I know people out there want to call.
It's all right. So
just keep shooting the questions in. I think Stevenson gives him a boxing lesson, man. I can see 9-3, 10-2 type of fight. I can also see him stopping him later on in the fight. He's learning to sit down on his punches a lot better. His work with Bomac and Bud is doing wonders, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He's out there with
a lot. He's got the right people around him right now.
Another guest of ours, which would be Jamel Herring. I'm going to try to get him back on the show this week coming up because I think he's got his fight pretty soon, don't he?
Yes.
All right. And last but not least, the World Boxing Super Series final at 140 pounds brings you New Orleans on Regis Prograis. He's going to go over there and put his belt on the line against Josh Taylor, who many believe is the best prospect that side of the pond. I tend to somewhat agree with that. All right? Unless you so, who do you like here?
I got Prograis.
Here's what I got. I think that early on in the fight, I see Josh Taylor possibly having a 3-1, 4-1, 3-2 type lead through 5. But I don't believe he can maintain the pace and the movement that it's going to take to beat Regis Prograis. I think around round 5 or 6, Prograis turns the tide. He gets inside. He starts he's a lot better boxer than many people give him credit for. His footwork is phenomenal, although you don't see it if you don't know what you're looking at. He gets inside. I got him stopping Josh Taylor anywhere from the 9th to the 12th round, possibly winning a split decision due to where the fight takes place. All right, guys. I want to shout out to all our sponsors one more time. That's thegruelingtruth.com, Anchor.fm, Cameron Management Team, and Everlast.com. We'll have a promo code coming soon for Everlast, in which you can get a discount by using our promo code. What do you want to tell them before we head out, Mr. Urena?
Folks, it's a good time to be a boxing fan, man. I'll see you next week. We'll be back. We out.
See you.